And me. Hello, everyone. It's I, your host, Madam Tilly, and these are my boobs. And welcome to the Waifu Tavern. Or shall I say, welcome to ERP as the Elezen Retrospective Podcast. Yes, Queen. Alrighty, so how's everyone doing today? Wish I could say I was better. I couldn't sleep at all, and I was getting uncomfy, had a lot to do on my mind. Managed to get like a 3-hour nap. So after this, I'm probably going to be crashing hard. But, yeah, I had this on my mind, getting the podcast started. So, first off, hope y'all like the set so far, just for when I'm solo. The dodo was unintentional. I accidentally I must have accidentally tapped my controller and hit menu roulette, and I got twigged, the dumb dodo. And he's been mugging the camera. Okay, so what better way to debut, right? Okay, it's gonna be recorded for YouTube. So, but yeah, so, before I get into, I saw there's a decent amount of news, including the patch news. So before I get into that, I wanted to tell you about what this podcast is all about. One second, look at some media links here. Oh wow, Square dropped some nice art. Okay. So basically, y'all know me. I'm always a podcaster. I can't seem to escape the podcasting scene, but it's a decent way of networking and just shooting the shit with your buddies while making content out of it. You know, it's like an easy day at the office. For the longest time, I had a show called Tilly's Internet Talk, or TIT, and wow, the cute elf is doing good today. How are you doing, my cute robot? How you doing? Yeah, let me look at the Twitch chat up on here, so y'all know who the hell I'm talking to on YouTube. But yeah, this is the kind of pilot episode. I am gonna have like a logo. I'm gonna commission a logo for the place and stuff like that. But I figured, what if this shit doesn't work out? So why go for all the total commission stuff? Where's that chat? So here we go. I will put that one over here. Glad you're doing all right. What, kiss and a hug redeems? All right, one kiss, mwah, and a big old hug. All right. But so yeah, I was doing this casual podcast that basically let's talk about it's like video game topic or some kind of anime, and eventually I was running out of stuff to talk about because it wasn't really a dedicated podcast to something. It was kind of like a jack of all trades, a little bit of everything, but not a master of content. So eventually I kind of just like turned that into like more of a casual shooting the shit podcast, and even then it's like I always feel a little nervous, like, well, I gotta fill the time, the air, Then recently tried doing an anime club version called the Weeby Waifu. It gives you an excuse to watch a little more anime and stuff, but that was a little organized and not catching on. And then my friend Faraday, she kind of put this idea in my head of having a Final Fantasy podcast. Let's just say, I'm gonna get to the story, probably next episode. But I was supposed to go on a Final Fantasy podcast for like an interview, and things didn't work out. So it's like, heck it, I'll start my own. Fair to put the idea in my head, and then like, hey, I can actually do this. So basically it's like, one second, I gotta clear my throat. Excuse me. talk about, Square Enix and Final Fantasy news. Let's talk about all the Final Fantasies in detail. The main thing is it can chronicling. Yes, I'm blonde. My journey through Eorzea and FF14 from the perspective of a sprout who wants to just actually see all the content that I possibly can. So keep you guys up to date on what I've been doing the last week or two, because it's the main game I stream now. And I'm actually blown away on how well the FF14 freaking streams are. Hey, Spooky Peppers, darling. Good to see you. I'm actually blown away on how well the FF14 streams are doing. Like, I recently checked the numbers, and like Yakuza get less views than 14, which is crazy. Cause I was nervous making 14 my main game, cause it's it's the same kind of content on and on. Might be repetitive. It might turn some people off, Cause people like to either watch like the latest game that comes out, like the popular shit, or they just they want to constantly move on to the next game, like really variety, Which is a good merit to that, because you get to bring in new audiences every time you go to the new game. But I'll get more into detail than that with story time. And let's see. Also, I'll give a studio tour when we're done here, or near the end. Let's see here. But today I figured I will saw a couple of news articles on the Lodestone. If I would go over those. As y'all know, the patch 6.1 came out, and it was 7 o'clock. It came out at 7 o'clock in the morning for me, the live letter. So there's no way I was gonna watch that. Like I could probably stay up to 7, but it was like from 7 to like 11. Like nope, I would have been annihilated. Kind of like how I am today. Yeah, need to reset that sleep schedule. There's a dirt piece of this bird pecking my hair. And kind of just read like the cliff notes because for some reason the YouTube video didn't have English on it, no English subtitles at the time. But that's if they had that translator lady, but it is what it is. All right, well let's go ahead and check this out. First we'll watch the trailer. I'll go ahead and mute the FF14 background music. Partial nudity and sexual themes, I'm in. Oh. Large Wizard Emery! Thank you, darling! Get ready, fool! Oh! You call me a fool? Well, you're right, because I'm blind. How you doing, darling? Welcome. You did your stream early today. Oh, how goes it? I should probably change the size of that chat box. But yeah, welcome. I'm Roast and Madam Tilly, and these are my boobs. And welcome to the Waifu Tavern. And welcome to episode 1 of ERP, the Elezen Retrospective Podcast. Smash me? Oh, yes. I'll smash you right on this desk. Oh, yeah. Bend me over, lay me out, spread me on top. So I'll go under the desk. You name it. I'll even break out the toys and smash you. Right on top of the desk. Okay. And just in case, I do have a backup desk. Oh, and bouncy, 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 bouncy. See bouncy, 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 bouncy. See bouncy, 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 bouncy. Woo! Thank you for the shout out for Emery. The last spell. Oh, did you win that one battle where you only had the one wall built up? Base redeem, indeed. Also, let me go ahead and fix that chat bots. So a little too big. Okay, yeah, that works. Okay. Need to get my own custom chatbots art graphic made up. But yes, we were live recorded of the ERP, Elezen Retrospective Podcast. I didn't tell you why I named it that. First off, originally it was called like Erorzia Radio Podcast, because I just wanted it to be ERP. Erorzia Realms Podcast could have worked too. But then eventually I think like the Elezen Retrospective Podcast kind of came to the idea, because that seems to be a little more personal touch. At least with Erorzia, I do know what we're talking about, but if you actually played 14, you know Elezen. Okay. Follows the 14 elf. But, yeah, because basically it's my retrospective of the Final Fantasy franchise and, you know, the game, going through it. You know, oh yeah, another big thing too is not only am I talking about, you know, stories and news and just discussions about RPGs and whatnot, but I also plan on bringing on, hopefully at least like every other episode, just at least a new guest to come on and, you know, interview them. You know, their experience with Final Fantasy and whatnot, and, you know, have a good time, you know, enjoying on the random discussion. Okay, now without further ado, let's check out that 6.1 trailer before we go over the notes. And yeah, a newfound adventure, which should make sense because yeah, the main arc is over. So now it's time for some new story. Is this Pirates of the Caribbean? Are the Saiyans just bored now? Oh, I should probably preface this. Like I said, this is very spoiler, or kind of spoiler for me because I'm only in. I just finished Realm Reborn, so I'm just starting Heavensward. I know. The community is very protective of, you know, the Sprouts and not wanting to be spoiled, which is very admirable. You know, complete opposite of say Facebook. You know. Like, if you say we're following wrestling or, like, The Walking Dead or something, back in the day, it's been on Facebook, for years since I've been on Facebook. But I remember, like, you had to avoid Facebook until you actually went and watched it, you know? Because it, like, immediately spoiled. Or probably before, an hour before the episode started, you would have a spoiler somehow. Probably some asshole in their, you know, time zone got a bootleg copy. But, you know, it's just that I've never been too, you know, anal about spoilers. Never have. And even then, it's like, especially because I'm only just starting Heavensward. So by the time I get past Endwalker, yeah, I'll probably be like, oh yeah! Or like, or I'll just forget, like, you know? So I don't really know much names. Like, I know, like, the evil blonde guy's name is Xenos. Yeah, like, I saw him in Dissidia. And, let's see here. I know some stuff about Heavensward. But yeah, I don't really know too much. So even though it's like, so I'm just going to be reacting to what I'm seeing, really. Moving on. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Ooh, pretty. Dance! Yas Queen! Have to do PvP shit.
As you know, I've been researching ways to travel from the source to one of its reflections.
He's back.
Looking for hints, at least.
I didn't watch KB's reaction to this. I heard he was like most hyped about Hildebrand. Oh, and Alpha here, that's his favorite minion. Hmm. I saw some Delamoon and the Roman War and stuff in there. Hopefully make some original story. Kind of like a Phoenix version of Shiva? Exactly, darling. Back at his 1.0 outfit. I get invited to go try to go for like a nostalgia trip, and then do new shit. Yeah, like I said, that's Knights of the Round, I believe. Can't wait till it comes out. Oh, good. They brought back the free trial. I remember they had to shut that shit down for a bit. Oh man. But yeah, Aardvark, how you doing, darling? Good to see you. Mwah. Hey, Zara. Hey, Thomas the Technician. How you doing? Oh man. Let's go. Every 15 minutes or so, I want to make sure I nudge my camera so I don't get disconnected here. Oh man. So. But yeah, this is the Elezen Retrospective Podcast, basically my Final Fantasy Fiend podcast, which I'm going to try to do every week. The streams are going to be a little inconsistent, you know, but I'm going to try to upload divides, like the episodes, on every Friday on the ERP Zone YouTube channel. So Final Fantasy Fridays. So yeah, probably starting next week. This is gonna go up on to the YouTube channel, which of course I'll have the link ready. Oh man. Let's see here. Got somebody's links here, but yeah, so let's hear KB. Oh, he's currently doing. So that's a game I'll eventually get around to, like the Chronos. You know, let's see here, and the Nairs. Let's see here. One day I'll get to the Endwalker. According to science, I do. Let me. That's one thing too. Is that and I'm actually gonna be reviewing a couple. Like probably like every episode, I'll either talk about some Final Fantasy merch. You know that which usually like the art books are the out soundtracks. And or I'll be talking about any progress I'm making in like the gacha mobile games. Yeah, like oh hey, I got Cloud in a dress on this on the record keeper. Yeah. Gives you an excuse to actually play the mobile games, you know. Let's see here. Like, I'm going to my cousin's tomorrow, fortunately. A family application, going on a family trip for Friday, Saturday. And so I basically need something to play on my phone. Oops. I don't think he has internet over there, too. So luckily I got Final Fantasy Dimensions 1 and 2 on my cellular telephone. And here, let me give a shout out to the Aardvark. Let's see here. SpongeBob SquarePants, nice. Okay. But yeah, and so now I've been playing my soundtrack collection as some background noise for the for when I'm playing some Final Fantasy streams, particularly when I'm doing like the level grinding, which I'm basically gonna be doing like the next month. So it looks like you get to hear some interesting music. But yeah, I recently watched all Brando's videos. Retrospective game trailers complete. Oh, that's something I gotta watch sometime. Not a Berserk fan. I think it's Crap Guide to D&D 5th edition. Let's see. I want to see what Zebba's reaction to that is. Okay, watch that. Yeah, okay. Alright, let's get the game music back in here. And yeah, I do gotta get my orchestra set up to play some more like chill background music. Now the first page. Now turn to first page. Brave the Great Unknown. Newfound adventure. With despair, silence, and hope restored, the signs that send out step back into the shadows. Restart here at the dawn to make a simple adventure once more. Eager heart never idle. For the warrior light, begins it to the journey. So, essentially, we all find that next step. I wonder how much time has passed from, like, you know, Realm Reborn first joined the Scions until, you know, the end of Endwalker. Like, how much of a time gap is that? You know, does anyone know? So I know one person in particular has, like, the hots for Alpha No. And I'm like, you know, he's like 15 or something, right? And he's like, I mean, by Endwalker, he's got to be of age, right? I'm like, damn, you've been holding out. It's just... I can't blame him. At least I know that now Yuffie's legal. Also, I say technically Riku from FF10 is because she's 17 and 10 too. But doesn't that last Call spin-off, obscure spin-off game take place a year later, making her 18? Just saying. I gotta do my research. Anyways, Minstrel's Ballad. Okay, Yoshi P's hard dungeon, like hard version of the last boss, huh? So I played the one about the Ultima. Let's see here. Had the Insinger succeeded in gathering but a few more stars worth of despair, or even that of a few more souls. Might the darkness you faced have been so deep, hint deep, not even the light of hope kindled by your comrades could pierce it. So muses the wandering minstrel, and by his consumably evocative words, you must find your mindset adrift amidst that unsettling possibility, where you can rely not save your conviction to overcome the ultimate incarnation of despair. Damn, that was deep. And she kind of got like the Sephiroth hairdo. You know, another thing too, reason I'm glad I kind of taking this turn with the channel direction is just that, I really wanted to re-embrace my love for JRPGs, and older games too, like PS3 generation and lower. It's just that I've just been so disappointed lately with, like, you know, with like the newer games and stuff, like the quality, and where it's buggy. Games are way too long, way too padded. You know, because I'm so used to, you know, say like a Final Fantasy from the PS1, 2 era, supposed to be like what 30 to 50 hours. You know, now every game has to be like, even a shooter game has to be like 100 hours bare minimum. You know, I like to, you know, play 50 hours tops and move on. And so yeah, just well, I'll talk more about it later, but so happy my channel and my audience is kind of like, you know, are very embracing RPGs and stuff like that. Also, this little necklace that she's wearing with the little face is a little creepy. Mists of the Realm Part 1, Algaea. Oh, look at the little baby Bobo, baby Apu Apu. That's what it is. Actually, I'm trying to get that one right now, that pet. Okay, so we're playing God of War, going to Olympus. Even the birds have swords. What the fuck? Yours is a realm embraced by God since ancient times. The people have worshipped the pantheon of deities known as the 12. But their true identities have remained shrouded in enigma. On a day much like any other, however, a certain request would arrive and set upon the half the heart of the myth. Ah, this fucker. Hungry place, ultimate. There are no ifs in history, yet man is wont to cast mind towards the path not walked. First spoken the wandering minstrel, and at his urging, you reflect upon bygone trials of newfound perspective. You imagine steering the man's tree woven worse, your dream of an alternate conclusion of the Dragon Song War. So they're changing stuff in both Realm and Dragon Song. Okay. Like, I only saw him for a brief minute. So like I said, I'm only at the start of Heaven's Word. And Unreal? Okay. So they made his ass harder. Also, they took away the meme, so yeah, Westwind is gone, sadly. 2 shields, it's a 1-on-1 now. That sucks. Crystalline Conflict. Thousand array of arenas await at the Grand Company's glamour-woven tactical training grounds. Features in mind, these strategic confrontations of but a few competitors make for a thrilling challenge for newcome pups and wolves. Den regular alike. There's a pups den now? I need to go there. And in the Crystal Line, who will stay victorious? Will it be you? Why are you asking me? I don't know this shit. I'm blonde. Anyways, yeah, not a big fan of PvP. I'm just doing it for the participation trophy, wolf marks, because I'm trying to collect as many mounts and hairstyles and minions and emotes and orchestras. Is there a way you can actually pronounce that? The music? As I can. Oh, and bardings. And so they have a couple things in their store that you only buy with wolf marks. So I'll just go and doing it one match a day to get my bonus 1,000 wolf marks. Isn't that 1,000? Yeah. And eventually, once I got enough to get my stuff, throw a soundtrack. Yeah, that's true, but they call it something else. Yeah, let me see here. Yeah, because scores basically, yeah, because it's called orchestrons. Yeah, orchestrons. Yeah, ORCHESTRION. But yeah, try and collect those. That way you also have background music to listen to in these podcasts. So yeah, yeah, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, and I just run into a group of mobs, get them smashed, and a bunch of brilliant flashing lights. Also, it's just too to kind of like reset your move hotbar, so you gotta like relearn the class all over again. Happening in your background? Oh. It's the podcast set. See, there's my FF avatar and her desk and stuff with the backdrop. And this is a dodo. A really dumb looking bird who wandered in. Still in Adland, but I'm glad I made it home in time. Oh, nice. Okay. I'll give Bear a second. Let me pour myself a drink here. Woo! Thank you for the sub, darling. Let me drop that shout out to the bear himself. Crystal Project. Ooh, I wonder what that is. Special people usually at Dom. I get it. Hello. Thank you for the shout. Oh, you're welcome, darling. Thank you for the sub. Oh, yeah. So, I guess I was saying earlier, I do plan on having some guests on here. And I actually, I put a post on both Twitter and Discord, to like or react if you guys are interested in coming on. And then I sent everyone who did a little survey. So, I know, talk about when I get you on here. Now, I know the very first 3 guests I want on here would be Ferris, who put the idea for his podcast in my head. No. Faraday. You can see I get those easily mixed up. Faraday, who gave me the idea for the podcast. And then Bear here, who's the first one to react about it on Discord. And Ferris was the first one to react about it on Twitter. All right. But yeah, I hope y'all like my my little backdrop here. You see, it's my jam. Same. All right. Yep. So, and like I said, the podcast is also about rekindling my love for the franchise, because I played the shit out of Final Fantasy and JRPGs from like 1999 to like, I want to say 2009, at least a great straight up decade, maybe a decade and a half. Yeah, I'd say it's like once like the late PS3 and then like into the PS3 generation, I kind of lost my way, and I was enticed by those open world games with like all that immersion. And it was like maybe till a few years later that I realized these games are so just they're quantity over quality, and they're shallow, repeatable side quests. Yeah. Like, I'm not even talking about, like, microtransactions and glitches. It's like, just the stories are weaker and stuff, and just drawn out, and have to be 100 hours minimum. When a good JRPG was like 30 to 50 hours tops. So yeah, that's why I joined Final Fantasy 14 again, to rekindle my love for Final Fantasy. Because I'll be talking about the Final Fantasies, but like most of them I haven't played since like the 2000s. So yeah, I need like crash courses. Even, for example, I have a copy of even though I got the HD remaster of FF9, I actually have an unused copy of FF9 for the PS1 that I've had since 2007. Never even used it yet. So, still got that new disc smell. Mom Bear literally used FF1 to teach me how to read. Nice. Oh, those poor mistranslations. Fun sandbox like with a million mods. Also true. Yeah, like, I think Skyrim was probably the biggest the game should be, in my opinion. I think Skyrim was too fucking big. Because if you recall, PS3 generation, the PS3 generation only had a couple open world games. So technology wasn't quite there yet. The PS4 generation is where it exploded. See, but the PS3 generation, all you had was like Rockstar and Bethesda games. Like Fallout 3 and New Vegas were like the perfect amount of length. Like this is back where like side quests. I'm trying to think of what's a good game. World game side quests. But yeah, like we're like overall game like side quests which is unique and not very repeatable. Oh, Huggles, Salamander. Get your head in there. That's a teaching moment. Ah, smart Mama Bear. Keep a genre instead of an addition of a game. Exactly. Oh man. So yeah, let's go ahead and get back into the news, and I'm gonna talk. Then I'll be talking stories. Okay. Bear, you are a good boy. Yes, you are. You're such a good boy. Boop. Who's my good subby bear? Webby bear. Yes, you are. Will you growl for me? Rawr. Good boy. See, Tatro sings too. You can definitely tell she's a power bottom or a dom. Look at that shit. I could have planned that if I tried. Oh yeah, Keeper has, for one, I ain't seen her around lately. I hope she's okay. Maybe, does she not like me anymore? And two, she's perfected the good boy art. Oh, anyways. Been busy? Okay. Tattoo's Grand Endeavor. Okay, so we also work down Realm Reborn. It's saying Coinkeeper and crafty craftswoman, Tattoo is more cut out for running her own boutique. The question is how the world, and indeed the Warrior Light, is to keep up for ambitious designs. I see we're getting a fashionista. I'm down. That's right, girl. I see that look. Make me your fashion bitch. Omega Beyond the Rift. Mysterious transmission lifted from the flight logs of the Ragnarok launches unexpected journey of discovery. And it was only just beginning. Okay, I'm curious. Some of further Hildebrand adventures. Good. Last seen vanishing into the interdimensional rift alongside his archrival Gilgamesh. Hildebrand, Ancient Inquiry, and Spectre Alstradaner has resurfaced in a rather concerning state. No, that's pretty normal for him. Reunite with his ever surprising assistant, Nashu, that you might get to the bottom of what is sure to be another hair-raising and heart-pounding case. Good, I love my detective shit. Switching to mod view, okay. Oh man, because I heard they stopped doing Hildebrand and Stormblood. And that made me think. So that's why everyone doesn't like Stormblood, because they killed off Hildebrand. Honestly, that's what makes sense. You know? That's why Stormblood is considered the weakest of all expansions. You know, it kills off Hildebrand. You know? So that's why he wasn't in Shadowbringers. But yeah, welcome back, my dude. Arkasodara Tribal Quest. Stormblood's my favorite expansion so far, to be honest. He says so far, though, because you're still going through it yourself. But yeah, the way it's always told to me was like, it's now Endwalker, Shadowbringers, Heaven's Word, Realmborn, Stormblood. Right now. Hope you're enjoying it, darling. Okay, such a kind of heart. So they're known for their alchemical inquiry and hippo farts. Hippo carts. Following a young upstart seeking to blaze a new trail across Svanar history and ride to like no one has ever ridden before. On your way to open world. Sorry if I'm stuttering so much today. Could be the lack of sleep. I feel like it's weaker than Stormblood so far. Custom lyrics of Millions. Millions? The following is a verdict. Great ways to change have reached the stores of Charleon. The burden of the duty lifted. The long resident seed of knowledge has begun to open its borders at last. In the midst of such upheaval, ambulance, I can't pronounce that shit, had a new venture in mind. See, I just started doing the Moogle delivery quests, so maybe this is connected. In fact, if I take you guys over to my Final Fantasy XIV command room. Okay. Oh, I gotta replace that cushion. I got the cushion now. But yeah, so right now currently level 1 monk and paladin. But yeah, dailies, beast tribes, Wolfsden, hunts for seals. I gotta add the Moogle delivery quests. Long game, getting some GP and sightseeing. Miscellaneous, we getting some fishing. I want to do Palace of the Dead, and I need someone to help me with the third coil Bahamut. Also, I realized my background art's not appearing. What the hell happened? It's like not even on my Streamlabs anymore. Because I had background art behind me that, but... Boot the cutie? Aww. Ah. Well, so that fits that. Thank you, darling. Aww. Monkey! Monkey, Dr. Ajang? Oh, Monkey, thank you so much for the follow, darling. Welcome to the Waifu Tavern. Alrighty. New systems. Got a new residential district that looks pretty nice. I like it. I like it. Good old castle town. Thanks to tireless volunteers from Neil and Fall, Ishgard's once ruined fermented Fermamente now boasts a host of facilities, including a brand new residential area. Imperium, I hope. During the first round of sales, empty plots will be distributed via lottery system. So those who yearn to live amongst the grandiose stonework of Erosia's ice-crowned city-state will want to put a plaque of their favorite property to enter. I want to live in Ishgard, man. I would have hard, frosty nipples forever. That's Monkey D. Rajang. Monkey D. Jane. Welcome, darling. And hey, Stu, baby. Guys, very pretty. Oh, yeah. Remember, do support and updates. Okay. Ah, there's 2 shields. Oh, that's right. So, they're making the trust system even in Realm Reborn. So basically, for those, because there's so many players that don't want to play 14 because it's online only, well, here you go, single player mode. Huh. Son of a monkey, D. Luffy, or Luffy. Son of a monkey. Experience the realm of a Realm Reborn, Realm Reborn solo with the arrival of the duty support system, enabling warriors alike to call upon NPC allies for main scenario duties implemented in 2.0, patch 2.1. Dungeons and shared possible gameplay, alone or with friends. So that means Heaven's Word doesn't get it? Trusts are easier for me to run because of my schedule as a caregiver. Apparently, Kono. Nice. So, yeah. AK convenience. At first, I thought it was kind of like an insult. Like, oh, what? So it's like, you know, you don't think we could beat the MSQ on normal or something? Here's easy mode. Dreamlifting online store for try features. So this is nice. Kind of reminds me of some other MMOs. Shop for garb and everything before. Spirit. New heights of fashion. Basically, you can kind of now preview the in-game store items. Are the Mog Station, the real-life money items in the game. Apparently, Yoshi P could think of a proper way of putting this into the game at first. But like, okay, what? Because it's like some of the stuff is like outer worldly, and wouldn't fit. But like, okay, what if like you were dreaming or something? That's how it works. Adventure Plates beta version. So this is kind of neat. At first, I thought they were talking about glamour plates. So I'm a little sad about that, because I want more glamour plates. Your very own calling card boosts yourself to fellow adventurers with this expansive profile feature. I like how fancy that is. Like, let's see here. Weeklies, weekdays, Oh, okay, I was wondering what those little yellow marks were on the first one they showed. So, there's... Oh, okay, so those are hours. So basically, you can kind of tell people your availability. That's so cool. So, yeah, I'll totally be down for this, honey. Mm-hmm. This is gonna be a picture of my tank. New Game Plus update. We lived a exciting and emotional conclusion at the tale of Star, the digital Van Walker's main scenario and role quest. The New Game Plus. Okay, I'm thinking like so you know me, I'm too afraid to veer away from to my main character and be an alt. Plus now that I've named the podcast after Elezen's, I had to stick with Elezen. And with oh, your model's so beautiful. Thank you, darling. Aw, appreciate it. Boop. So like, and plus I'm trying to collect all, like, you know, the mounts, minions, hairstyles, and you name it on, one character. And trying to do that on, like, multiple characters, would take forever and a day. You think I'm taking long now, you know. Or I could, you know, do main story and stuff on other alts. But, you know, I kind of want to experience it all first on my main elf, you know, instead of creating an alt for like every, you know, data center. But I think this is actually, I think when it's all said and done, when I'm finally all caught up, then I can do New Game Plus and be a motherfucking Fimro. I know some of you weren't expecting that one, huh? If you follow me, you know, that's my favorite race. I've created myself as an Elezen because, you know, I want to make it look just like me. You know, whenever there's a video game where I can create a character, you know, put Tilly into the experience. Sure, it could be a human, look more like my, you know, everyone, humans can be boring, even though people like to beat themselves in the game. That's admirable. I'm actually not a big fan of auras. I see the skill saying works with a lot of people, especially short hair people, girls. Yeah, not too big on the aura. A lot of those are kind of cute, but they're starting to, their charm's starting to wear off for me. The Coat Day's alright, Bunny Girl's alright. I do like me some Bunny Boys. But yeah, Femro, you know me, I love my buff, beautiful girls. And sadly, they are literally just like aside from Rothgar, they're the, like, female Rokugan are the least, they're really 1% of the player base. Elezen aren't much higher, like, a female Elezen are like, what, 2% of the player base. So, yeah, I am an endangered species in Aurorsia. But yeah, so I think by the time when the final day comes, probably in a year or two, and hopefully we'll be still doing this podcast and keeping you updated. I will did start New Game Plus and be Tilly Fickfot as I am Femro. That'll be fun. Data center travel, nice. So no need to even create alts because we got this. I think y'all can come from whatever center you're on and join me. You know, here on the podcast set. And, another shout. Thanks, Stu. And, yeah, like, so it's like, look closer. See, I guess we some guest shares, and there's Stu right there. He's out of focus right now. I don't know why, but so that's gonna take some tweaking. But yeah, so that way I can interview you guys. Probably something with the camera settings. I can probably be able to. Nope. So I figured G post kind of gets rid of like the text boxes and stuff. Look at that derpy bird. Oh, okay. Okay, and back to it. The Unending Codex. Alright, so what is this? Accessible for your collection of any codex with vital information of in-game terminology. So this is basically the data logs from Final Fantasy XIII. Okay. Because I've been watching a lot of Final Fantasy XIII videos, so it's like the data logs are fresh in my mind. New items, the Garo collection collaboration. Now, I'm sure this is actually gonna, you know, be fun for some people, but I actually never been a Garo fan. A little too old school and mainstream for my taste, and it's just also the aesthetic. A little too bright, shiny, a little too shiny and simple. But yeah, I was not a fan, but yeah, I don't hate it. I'm just not into it. But I hope you guys have a blast. I'll probably get the Bardings though for the mounts. Yeah, like I'll probably, yeah, I want to get these, you know, as armor sets. It's possible. PvP gear, okay. We got a little tiny, here we go. Nice, one of the best recent anime. Oh, it's a recent anime. It's also more set to try a new PvP. But yeah, each season, new series. That's why I think Dragon Ball Z should have done. Instead of dragging it out and, you know, making it about Goku all the time and stuff like that, they should have been like, you know, a new era, new Saiyans, you know, the new villains, new storylines. You know, like Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Gundam. Neat. Okay, have a good night there, Bear. New mounts, not. Oh, wow. It's like a cat with wings? That is bitchin'. Go see Carl Crosshair coming back. Head pats, okay. Look, I was smart enough to bring the head pat gift over to this one. Aw, thank you, darling. Hee hee hee. You know, let's also pet Twig. Here you go, Twig. Oh. I didn't get all the cosmetics I wanted last time. Oh, nice. I didn't know you played Spooky. Flying cats rated stream mouse for Endwalker. Like the post for AR. Okay, so I'll definitely get him then. Just a matter of time. Holy shit! I got that dog. Or at least I know someone who has a dog like that in real life. Look at that pupper. Holy fuck. Look at it's already making funny faces. New emotes. Alright. Gonna pound that pussy. Yeah. Alright. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, right. Now, I think, that kind of concludes it for episode 1 of the, Elezen Retrospective Podcast. I'll be, coming at you, live, with the, next episode, in just a minute, although the episode after that is going to be, posted the following week on Friday. I started to shit at that. Anyways, darlings, thank you so much for coming to the Elezen Retrospective Podcast. Alright, I love you so much, and hopefully to venture with you soon. Love yous. Mwah.